This video is here to inspire you about the Annapurna Circuit and what's to experience. And it will help you to get an idea of what things you can expect to see. The city of Pokhara is the best place to get started from. Here you can get your permit and any additional gear you might still need. For the trek itself, I had about 2 weeks, so I decided to rent a motorcycle to get started with instead of taking the bus.
Ready to go today? Excited for an adventure? Absolutely ready. See what the road offers us. Good time.
When motorbiking in Nepal, make sure to really drive carefully, that your bike is in good conditions and that you have your international driver's license with you. We drove from Pokhara to Peshi Shahar, had a little lunch break there, and from there on we went further to a little village called Dal.
A great example for how impressive the scenery is actually just right here.
In Tal, we met with fellow travelers in a simple but good accommodation.
Happy day.
Happy day.
Well deserved dinner. Breakfast time, epic. We have omelette, chapati, omelette, garlic soup, Tibetan bread, huge pancake. So and a little spice tool, always important for traveling. So
in 2021, Tal got completely flooded. So with our stay, we found we were able to support the local community at least a little bit.
Okay, we had another 2 hours of riding, epic riding, slightly technical. And I think we've actually reached the point of leaving the motorbike behind because check this out. So this was it, the motorbike, having it stored here, super nice. Could just leave it here, it's going to be picked up, and now we start walking. Happy days, looking forward to it.
The further we continue our day, the more the scenery and the surroundings start to change.
So good morning. This is where we stayed last night, in the farmhouse, and it was yeah, let's say the flashiest place I've ever stayed in my life that I could afford, actually, and it was amazing. So now heading to Upper Pasang, and there's a, let's say, very adventurous bridge.
From Bratang to Upper Pisang, it only took us a couple of hours. So after a little break, we decided to continue on the high route our way towards Manang. So beautiful morning this day here in Gyaru, I don't know, it's kind of on the high road towards Manang, and it is beautiful. It is quite remote, quite original. 75 people live here, just beautiful. Off the beaten track a little bit at the moment, and yeah, check this morning out. To orientate ourselves on the way, we used the app maps.me, which worked really well. So finally it's time to see some yaks. See, there you go, that's the first one. There's a lot more yaks right here. We arrived in the little town of Manang and stayed the night there. So, good morning, and this morning we head towards the base camp of Tilishu Lake. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day again. Always these beautiful days. Just, yeah, beautiful scenery. It's not getting boring at all. If you decide to hike to Tilishu Lake, calculate approximately 2 to 3 extra days. So on the way to Tilishu Lake, and as usual, first it's cold, and as soon as the sun comes out, it's nice and warm, and the surroundings is just breathtaking. Namaste. So, the air is thin. It's 35 more minutes to Tilishu Lake. Yeah, feels like winter time. Pretty exhausted, but yeah, can't wait to see it. Very sure it's going to be rewarding. And if not, then it was good to acclimatize up here. Then later on for the Torangla Pass. Whew. Yeah, talking and walking, it's quite tough. After about 3 hours of quite steep hiking, we've reached Tilishu Lake. After our visit, we went down to base camp, we grabbed our gear, and continued the journey to Jakarta to spend the night there. After 8 days, we are finally on the way to the high camp. Slow and steady, keep on going step by step. That's the key. The high camp is the last possible place to stay before the pass, the highest point of the entire trek. So, battery's charged again on the pass. 2 hours later, pretty cold, but making it work. And yeah, it was very cold, but keep on going. And approximately 2.5 hours to the top, so not too much further anymore. And we were, yeah, successfully made it to 5,400 meters above sea level. Highest I've ever been. Happy days. Woo! Yes! Yes! What a gale! There's even a tea house on the top where you can charge your batteries before descending down to Muktinath.
So, very good morning. Today we're heading from Muktinath to Jomson, and we take the slightly less used path. And what's really nice, back there you can actually see the pass that we just crossed and came over yesterday, so really nice. And now here it's a lot more of a like desert, alpine desert style, which is really nice. Total change of scenery. It's really cool. It's really nice.
From Muktinath you can take the bus back towards Pokhara, but we decided to keep on walking for a few more days. On our way to Jomson, we came past Kakbedi, which was such a nice place that we decided to stay there for a night. Kakbedi was full of surprises, and we even ended up in a local party. The next village, Marfa, was just as unique, and I definitely recommend you to visit both villages instead of just taking the bus back.
So, I've made it back to Kathmandu after the trip, and it was really amazing time, and I cannot not even say how much I recommend it to everybody to do the Annapurna Circuit, or that was definitely my experience without the people due to COVID. Just the food is really good. It's a very amazing transition between sub-tropical and high alpine areas, which was very amazing. The food was good, people are friendly. I have not been scammed as much as I know, and yeah, I can really recommend it. If you want to save some money doing it, like we spent maybe $20 to $30 a day, but we were not hesitating on tea and food and so on, treating ourselves well. If you want to save some money, bring loads of your own ginger with you, and then you can make your own ginger tea. I think that will make a big difference in the budget already. Otherwise, yeah, come to Nepal, enjoy it, enjoy the people, and see you later. Even though with COVID, like, you have to get the paperwork beforehand, just make sure you inform yourself properly. And now for getting out, I did again a COVID test and fill out the departure form, which was not such a mission. It took like 3 or 4 hours to get it done, and that was it. So even though there is COVID and there is restrictions with it, do not hesitate. I'd say get your vaccination, come here, enjoy, and yeah, enjoy traveling.